सब में हम बोलो obeisance all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna everyone. So today we are going to be starting new book Hari Nam Cintamani and Nama Bhajana. This is really written by Sridas Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and then we have it translated by His Holiness Bhanu Swami Maharaj. So I just kind of did like a high level, just browsing through the entire book just to see the different chapters and all of it. And one thing is for sure, that the focus on the holy name is like, this book is the foundation. I feel like that all other books that we have read from the contemporary writers, they are all coming from this book. Like, this book is a major reference for the perfection in the holy name. And as this hour that we are dedicating towards, at least the first 40 minutes, all of our focus is that how do we get from where we are today with the chanting towards the pure holy name, Shuddha Nam, right? So that's the goal. So I'm hoping and praying, at the dust of lotus feet of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, that all his instructions that he has given in this book, we may be able to take some of it at least, if not all of it, and then implement that in our own lives and be able to get the clarity, purity in the chanting of the holy names. So that's the prayer. And then we can just go to the introduction. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Nama Cintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto Abhinatvam Nama Namino. The holy name of Krishna is transcendently blissful. It bestows all spiritual benedictions, for it is Krishna himself, the reservoir of all pleasure. Krishna's name is complete, and it is a form of all transcendental mellows. It is not a material name under any condition, and it is no less powerful than Krishna himself. Since Krishna's name is not contaminated by the material qualities, there is no question of its being involved with Maya. Krishna's name is always liberated and spiritual. It is never conditioned by the laws of material nature. This is because the name of Krishna and Krishna himself are identical. Padma Purana. So here it is just saying the Vaishnava community is highly indebted to His Holiness Bhanu Swami for the beautiful translation of the Harinam Cintamani. So, then we are going on to chapter 1, the glories of the holy name. But I just want to, like a high level, right? We can just say that we did a quick review, right? So we know that there are the 3 routes, right? Like the karma, what is that? We have the bhakti yoga, we have karma yoga. Karma really takes us to the path of fruitive mentality, right? But we are stuck in this material world. That is the karma yoga. And then we have Sankhya yoga, not Sankhya yoga, sorry. We have the Buddhi yoga, or I want to say like really
Jnana yoga.
Yoga, Prabhu, thank you. We have the Jnana yoga, which is taking us to liberation, right? So we have the Karma yoga, we have the Jnana yoga, but then we have the Bhakti yoga. So the Bhakti yoga is going to really take us to the lotus feet of Krishna directly. So what happens, I think even in Sunday class, right, I've basically been through that, where the Karma Kanda is so much, the Karma yoga is really the focus on just the material activities. But where do we end up? We end up in either the heavenly planets or we enjoy in this material world. That's the end goal, right? And then with the Jnana Yoga also, we study, we do so much, but where do we end up? we end up in Brahman, right? That's the liberation where we end up. But in Bhakti Yoga, as we have been given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we start with the holy name, right? Even here, right? When we started the first day, what was the instruction that any devotee who came to us would have given us? Would have been like chanting the holy name. And that is what even Srila Prabhupada very importantly focused. That is one of the instruction when we even take shelter, when we receive initiation. That is one of the things, right? We are taking the vow that we are going to chant minimum 16 rounds every day. So the chanting of the holy name is something that we have in the beginning itself in Bhakti Yoga. And when we get to the highest stage, also we are going to serve the holy name. When we are serving Krishna, we are also serving the holy name. So the process and the end goal doesn't change. It is the service to the holy name. So that's something very important for us to know. And even in just this introduction, but what we just read, going up in the introduction, it gives us the it tells us, if you can just scroll up, Prabhu, right? What is the emphasis on the introduction was that Krishna and his name. Nama Chintamani is Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. So he is Krishna himself. Nama Chintamani. Nama Chintamani. It is like, what is Cintamani, right? Basically will fulfill all the desires, everything, right? So, but even that is full of the reservoir of pleasure. And the very important point we have to know is that Krishna's name is complete, like, and it is not material, because that is the difference what exists between the Nama Aparad and the Shuddha Nam, is that in Nama Aparad, one thinks the holy name of Krishna as being material, and one doesn't understand really the importance of the holy name. So that is what happens. And so there are three stages, right, in the chanting of the holy name. First is the Nama Aparad, then we have Nama Bhas, and then we have Shuddha Nam. So in Nama Aparad, what happens is somebody doesn't even know like what it is, right? Completely like ignorant. And then they are thinking that the holy name is material, and they don't see Krishna as the holy name. It's separate. That's what happens. But then in Namabhas, what happens is, it is like now they know that it is, now we know that it is, but still we have other desires. We have material desires, we have other or even we also have aparad, right? We do all of that. So even those things come in, right? So that's what happens in the namabhas. But in the shuddhanam stage, it is like one is very clear, the holy name, the relationship, who I am, who Krishna is, and the relationship with Krishna and the relationship with holy name, because holy name is Krishna. The clarity is very much there. And so we focus very clearly on the holy name. And this holy name is ultimately going to take us to Bhava Bhakti and then ultimately to Prema Bhakti. So this is like the thread, like this is like the chain of support for us where we are right now. And in order to get to the highest stage, holy name is our source. So that's the most important part, that we should know that how powerful this holy name is. And it's unfortunate, again, I'm speaking about myself too, that even after learning all of this, even after understanding all of this, right, how still I'm not able to really get that complete focus in the holy name. So that's really a very unfortunate situation. So, there were devotees when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there in Jagannath Puri. So the devotees would go visit him. So the one time the devotees went and visited and asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so who is a devotee of the Lord, right? Like who is completely like a Vaishnava? So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, somebody who chanted the holy name purely just once. So they thought, okay, that's nice, right? And then the next year again, they went and they asked, okay, Mahaprabhu, they asked the same question, who is a real Vaishnava? They said, okay. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, somebody who is chanting the holy name constantly. Then they said, okay, now Mahaprabhu just gave a second different answer, right? A higher answer. Then again, next time they went and they asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is truly a Vaishnava? Then Mahaprabhu said, somebody who is able to inspire pure chanting in others, that is a true Vaishnava. So he kind of really took the bar higher and higher and higher, right? So all in all, as I said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us this beautiful Harinam Sankirtan, the chanting of the holy name. And then for us, really, I'm thinking everybody that's assembled in this call, everyone is here because you all are focused on the holy name and we want to work on the holy name and how can we improve ourselves, So as I said that hopefully this book, Bhakti Vinod Thakur's book, will help us in order to get to that level.